Hey there, what can I... All I know is I'd like to speak to Griff myself. If we have time, I'd like to go talk to the Zerker Corp rep on Tatooine and see what he has to say about where my brother is now.
How can I help?
I can try. What would you like me to record? I shall do my best. Calm your mind and remember.
There's some reason you don't move along?
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami no nok.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagawa bakon. Donk kiba nukunek. Tonga boksha nak nong.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wana kumbes. Chi pala mulek. Tong ki pa nagnonek. Tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest. Wuf mala nibo kurk.
My mother's condition?
Tin umpa do punta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chaba chisa wanki. Ti toki grantu kon chi chan kun green kanchan tu pro. Bok wala no bok cha. Nichi kon chuva kin lorta ikakun.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa. Dong abuk shami no nok.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chachika don mulaka watayuma ka wamahona nek. Ashanti tun unumani patoka. Wana kuna best chinga pala multonki.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick, well, we shall see.
Uchua penki, tang ituama ji human act in ikatune, chi ita kanki chana kilikon, chiwa aita kanki baba Hassan shan, no ba mudi raji lai kuka. Smilia, tingkuin kuka, patoga yak fuli kokala Gigi.
Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Nikelti Rimo. Undasta Shialfa, Ufta Gel Chief, Colo Luzta. Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Nikelti Rimo. Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Nikelti Rimo. Tuftadan Gelfa, Hoi Sidan Gelfa. Uden Tufblad Fandigo Gelfa, Hoi Sidan Gelfa Badinogan Gelfa. Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Nikelti Rimo.
You never know what the Sith will do. Look at Paris. Was there any reason for what happened there?
Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Nikelti Rimo. Undasta Shialfa, Ufta Gel Chief, Colo Luzta. Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Nikelti Rimo. Bundas, Ufta Gel Chief, Undasta Shialfa, Undasta Shialfa, Ufta Gel Chief, Colo Luzta. Bundas, Ufta Gel Chief, Undasta Shialfa. Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Undasta Shialfa, Ufta Gel Chief, Colo Luzta. Bundas, Ufta Gel Chief, Undas. Abuelta, Colo Luz Ivan Rebut, Nikel Troyo, and Chipian Gorukia. Abuelta.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. Hoping to goad me into talking a bit? All right, what do you want? You'll have to ask around. Comad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though. My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays? I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet. There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Comad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn. If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there. It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters, but some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that? That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see. I don't go telling stories about other people. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Girk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey. Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there. If that's what you want, I'm not sure what you hope to get out of me, though. Good hunting.
Aw, jeez. I hope this doesn't take too long. Gamorreans like to throw insults around, but they just don't have the smarts for it.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it? Well, of course, darling. Whatever Tanis Ven can do. You know, very few human females come to Tatooine. Ask your questions, please. Well, darling, old Tanis might be just what you need. Unless you mean the dunes. I suppose only the Sand people really know them. It's serious business. I'm sure I can help you through it.
He seems pretty forward, period.
Ooh, you're a sour one. Loosen up, we're all friends here.
Perhaps you'd best turn your thoughts back to your wife, sir.
Ah, the old girl doesn't understand me. Her loss. Now you have questions about Sand people or something? Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you. I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough. Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh? Sure. Where they got weapons? Sure you do. I'll do my best to... There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of Sand people? These solo hunters are crazy. I'm more the practical type, beautiful. I keep myself fed and make sure everything I have is taken care of. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs creds, too. I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess. I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits, too. Too long, but it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't. Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer Sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes. Fine. You hurry back in.
Ciao baso, Gino Molirani Dubo, Tonkin Ba, Noku Nexag. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Chiwa Aita. Ba Has.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing. Nothing left. I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I realize that everyone is out for themselves on Tatooine. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits. You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits. $700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
La boda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kun bes jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja murira rabes. Kuya mi jus kuna chitanai. Ina kun ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikon kabi.
My mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
La boda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kun bes jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja murira rabes. Kuya mi jus kuna chitanai. Ina kun ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikon kabi.
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira rachikun. La boda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kun bes jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja murira rabes. Uba patu konchi. Tong nongbong shang nung yang. Tong patok smakdelia. Kuya mi jus kuna chitanai. Ina kun ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikon kabi. La boda ni winkis maktoma. Wana kun bes jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja murira rabes.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses. Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll. Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it. We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him. He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job. As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please. Very well. As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license. Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. It's just so we can keep track of. With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them. Very well. As I said, we use them to ensure we don't allow it's just so we can keep. The Sand People are it's as if they're cheap. If you agree to do. Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
Achua Penki. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha.
Hey there, what can... Talk! What is there to talk about? Those Sand People took my brother. Griff may be a slime, but we have to go rescue him. We can't just leave him with those monsters. I knew I could count on you. There's definite fringe benefits to being friends with a Jedi.
La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihonkapi. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihonkapi. Jawana bota ayuak tahonga cha kanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bungwalia gando do nano chut. Musha papampa bola wana chitne. Bamuli slemo boda wanga kun bes mulira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chihonkapi. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga chihonkabi. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi hadonga la boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rap. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai. Ina Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Undi la boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
I don't know who founded Anchorhead the first time, but I know why they left.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Oh, heck.
Huh? Who are you then? Only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum. I suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Taris. That's all anyone from Off-World is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. But war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out of here. No. Just no. I don't look for trouble. You'll have to talk to people yourself if you want more than that. Now, if you don't mind... Yeah.
Dad? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? I see Bastila seeks out friends that are as selfish as she is. This is how you treat a dying woman?
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Well, fresh face for the game. All right.
Something you want, Spacer? Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it. Seems like every other person I meet is complaining about something. Well, it's not going to get better, so leave me alone. I don't really have any interest in helping you. Will this be quick? Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will. Oh, well, I wouldn't want that now, would I? Just leave me. What, are you a beggar? Fine. If it'll get you to leave, take a few creds, but don't expect another handout. Go on, leave me alone.
The sooner I get out of this dust bowl, the better.
Go on, leave me alone. I've got stuff to worry about. Racer stuff. Nothing you'd understand. Don't mean to be rude, but it's kind of secret. Ha! Sure. Race your bike out of that explosion? Everyone knows that the whole planet is gone. Nobody got out. I'm not in the mood for jokes, thanks. I've got things to think about. You wouldn't know anything about it. Deal with that Hut Mata and you will understand. Until then, I just don't want to talk about it.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa shank konti. Baba Hassan Shan. Smilia! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yakfu. Nikawa dubaka, patisa. Kon mulis limo po iwanga kun biski. Tong hitwama ak inko tune. Portong hitwama ji aki inko chachiska. Topa na otobokasa. Kimba no konik dorcha. Kava, yun patisa. Chiwa aita kang. Tong hitwama ak inko tune. Portong hitwama ji aki inko. Patoga yak fuli ko kala Gigi. Ciao baso. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamu Baba Hassan.
Ako Chekopa. Chino mulera king pajak. Slima poituat. Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Tonga buk shaun nenong. Kava volpamul. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slima podona mulera.
My friend tells the truth. I am a Jedi. Are you going to imply that I am lying as well?
Tonga buk shaun nenong.
Nobody here can compare with the racers you rode against on Terrace. You'll wipe every record from the books this backwater track.
Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimo. Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes, jibedwana ni bobo. Tong. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimo podon jipe chao na king nikosendi. Now punek turang wang.
And? Sounds like you have something special. What do you want help with?
Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimo podona mulerachi. Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes.
That isn't fair! On Terrace you had to give a cut to the swoop gang sponsoring you, but at least the rider got the higher share of the winnings.
Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes ching. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimo podona mule. Rundi hautonga tong kimba ng kongkek. Wana kumbes ching payamul. Rundi hautonga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes la boda na renkes matoma. La boda na renkes matoma. Yin. Rundi hautonga to chupaka chonagarn totril titoki yumabogra. Chikudokan la boda na renkes matoma. Yinkin slimo podonamul. Rundi hautonga tonkin banang kongkek. Wana la boda. Rundi hautopakat la boda. Ni bobo, tong namuung shan. La boda na renkes. Rundi hautonga tonga chubayok. La boda na renkes mato. La boda. Rundi la boda. Yimnoban. Rundi la boda na ta chuba la boda na. La boda. Rundi la boda. Rundi la boda. Rundi ta chuba la boda. Labudan. Rundi ta chuba labudan. Kumbes, Chimpayamui, Kujiokoila wish you mani bajo ni bes, un latino gudu, Yukail chinote. La boda na winkis matona. Rundi hau la boda na wink mutadahat. Rundi ikchawat. Rundi labudan mutadahat. Rundi labudan al mutadahat. Wana kumbes, chimpayam chibedwana ni bobo. Tung mamuung shanun. Labuda na winkis matona. Chibedwan. Labuda na rundi hap. Rundi hap.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama. Chiwa aita kan kicha na chuko chiwi aita ka. Baba has. Chiwi aita ka. Chiwa aita kan. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri. Chiwi aita. Baba has.
Oh, hi. You another racer then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Nice job beating my times, too. I guess my heart isn't in the racing. Contracts are distracting stuff. I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting... You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it, I really do. Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers. Hard to tell. I'll get some more runs here first. I need the practice. I have to top your time. Thanks again.
You are too good for Tatooine, you know that? Tangabun shan nong, wanga kun beast smilia, ti do punta. Mucho shakapaka, ye ki kon. Kakin cha na kwat na pon kon, wana kumbes, chi pala mulek, tanga bok sha nak nong, kin kun. Kakin cha na kwat na pon kon, wana kumbes, chi tanga bok sha nak nong, kin kun shin kin. Kakin cha na kwat na pon kon, wana kumbes, chi pala mulek, to mucho shakapaka, ye ki kon no ba mula. Mucho shakapaka, china pala mula.
Mucho shakpakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ka chikun ida hodonga. Yekin kuno ba mulera chikun.
I don't know who founded Anchorhead the first time, but I know why they left.
I
don't know who founded Anchorhead the first time, but I know why they left.
Yatuka uwan kinkuna ba murira, rachikun, mucha shakpanpa.
Hey there. Okay.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional SciTech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol function. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership. Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Explanation. It is rare for a droid. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid. Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capability. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining. Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
It troubles me to see you behaving this way. Such acts can lead to the dark side.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
What?
Huh? Ready.
I'm here.
Kuyabi Juskuna Jitanai. Ina Kun Mama Rulira Rajikuni. Slimo Patona. Rundi Hodonga Chihokabi.
Shagagba is this Chikratu Nebajawa, Tawish, Nakalan wanted you.
Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization. Well, let's see it. Come on. All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you know him, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift. Just a little something to remember me by. Something that symbolizes our years together. Something that will blow up in his face. Of course, he'll never understand how appropriate it is. He can't talk his way out of this one. He's not smart enough. Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart. Oh, I'll be long gone soon enough. The next shuttle to anywhere, really. I've had it with cleaning up his messes, repairing his droids. If he lives, he can try and get by on his own. I doubt he'll last long with no one to listen to his lies. I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed. Hold on there. How about talking to me before you go messing with those things? I need your help. Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. Could you... Hey, I remember you. You're the young lady from Faz's club. Talk about answered prayers. Well, it would appear that I've worn out my welcome with my wife Marlena. She fixes my droids. Fixed them good this time.
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right. Something about me not following her archaic rules for proper conduct in a marriage. I swear I never saw this coming. Hey, I'm the victim here. I'm not sure how divorce works where you're from, but this is a little extreme, don't you think? The wife put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
Commentary. I say we blast the meat bag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meat bags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please? Well, of course, darling. Anything at all. Hey, no problem. But it won't be a fortune or anything. I bet the wife has drained our shared accounts. Now, about that help. Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
Huh? Ready.
that was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. Now, my dear lady, I must see to your reward. Will, earthly delight suffice? I suppose not. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist. I love it when the ladies play hard to please, but there isn't much more I can do. This is an expensive setback. What else could I give you? I need what I have to repair my droids and get back up and running. I'd, really like to pay you more. Here, how did you get me to do that? Damn, that's what got me married and into this mess. That's it, I'm leaving. Now, if you don't mind, I have to limp these boys back to my shop. Hopefully Marlena didn't take the manuals with her.
Ready.
Yeah?
Master?
Barely got a shot off.
Who are you? It doesn't matter. Can you handle a blaster? It may attack again at any second. I doubt we could hold out on our own against another wave of them. You would be right. Came out of nowhere. Wait, damn it. Here they come again. How did it do that?
Come here.
What?
Thanks for your help. I don't think we'll try holding this position for much longer. We're not soldiers. Did the company send you? It's about time they drove these animals out. Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Do you know about their enclave in the south? Don't even try to go near it. They've taken all the Zerka weapons that were supposed to protect our sandcrawlers. That place is a fortress, a death trap. You'll have to find some way to sneak into the place. Glad it's not my job. Just that they attack everything on sight. Well, I suppose they don't attack each other, but any outsider is as good as dead. The company tried to arm us and even set up remote self-powered turrets on the mining route, but that just made things worse. We're not soldiers. They still kill us and then take our weapons off our corpses. They even had the Jawas disable the turrets and set them around their enclave. It's like a fortress now. I don't know how you're going to break through all of that. Me, I'd sneak in. Well, actually, I'd just get back to Anchorhead. They use whatever they scavenge. They seem to hate our technology, but they love to turn it against us. That goes for blasters and turrets too, I guess. It's not like you need to be a genius to operate them. They probably don't even bother with special settings. They just watch for people approaching and switch them on. Yeah, so do we. There's no way we're repairing this thing while getting attacked over and over. The desert can have it. The Jawas will salvage it eventually anyway. Then we can buy it back and start over. Makes sense to me.
Acknowledgement.
Huh? die under here. Please help! I can't get out! 3.
Acknowledgement.
What? Yeah? Yeah?
I'm here.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meat bags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address. Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such. Objection. But, Master, am I not far too useful to be thrown aside in such a casual manner? Can I be faulted for my perfect artificial construction? Apology. I am afraid I cannot comply with your command, Master, as much as I would like to. Explanation. Someone has hard-coded it into my system that my current master always be addressed as such. Conjecture. I do not know. Some organic meat bag? Objection. I would not advise that, Master. There are safeguards present that, well, it should suffice to say that my systems have been altered plenty already. Answer. Electrical protection systems mostly. They are at lethal levels, however, Master. Only the best for your droid. Conjecture. Answer. No, Master. My past memory has been almost completely erased prior to your purchase of me. Observation. At certain times, power rerouting forces some memory circuits to fire that were previously deleted. I cannot control this process, however. Answer. Because there has been considerable tampering with my systems, Master. Statement. I will endeavor to do so, Master. Ready.
What?
Ready. Ready.
What?
Acknowledgement.
What?
Master?
I'm here.
Acknowledgement. Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something. Cautionary. I am unsure, Master. Now is not the time for speculation, however. I will attempt to address your question later. Agreement. That is probably the most efficient course of action.
I'm here.
Huh?
Umili, tuba chokuna kuma kakisa punsa. Wilo, ye tau piso, kinkun yaba.
I'm here.
Acknowledgement. Master? Prejudice. Ready.
Huh?
I'm here.
Hey there, what can I... Talk! What is there to... Griff may be a slime, but we have... I knew I could count...
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis. You didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and, could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
Yeah, you can find your way from there, right? Can you manage that? What? Is there something else?
Well, I wanted to thank you, and, you look like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, could you spare me a few credits to get back on my feet?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time. You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know? That's it, huh? Figured you'd be able to spare a bit more than that. And, you know, I'll take whatever I can get. Don't worry about me. I've already got a job waiting for me. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
Hey there, what can I... Look, I'm happy Griff's alive, but I'm mad at him right now. And I don't know what kind of job he's got for you, but I don't trust him. It's probably just another scam. So, is there anything else you need? Okay, have... Hey there. What? Look. So, is there... Want to practice your skill?
Statement. HK4... Statement. Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true. Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Ithorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master? Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would. Caution, shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal. Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by the meatbag Yukalaka on... Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it. Answer. Not that I know of, Master. I still possess all my normal Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however. Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so. Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master. But there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay. Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. No! That is not it, Master! No. Supplication. Perhaps it would be best if you desisted your efforts for the moment, Master. This seems to be going nowhere. As you desire, Master. I cannot help but claim a small amount of relief. Signing off.
Yeah, what do you want? I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice. Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later. Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know? Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is. You don't want to overload yourself on stims. Otherwise you might destroy your adrenal system. A real warrior knows his own limits and doesn't overestimate himself. There anything else you need? Your choice.
Yes, what's on your mind? To think that I once looked up to these two as the best that humanity had to offer. Now I'd like nothing more than to put a blaster to both their heads. Although I suppose that only Malik is left, isn't he? Turned on his own master. Not that Revan didn't have it coming. Typical for their kind, I guess. No, not personally. They aided the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars. They were heroes. Without them, the Mandalorians would have finished us for certain. In the fleet, we didn't see much of the Jedi. And I only met Malik once, but I was impressed by him. I guess that just shows how much the dark side can change someone. Nobody does. When they left, after the Mandalorian Wars ended, they were Jedi. When they returned, they were something else. I used to think that it was a fancy name for something that I see every day. Corruption is everywhere. People are greedy and stupid and do horrible things. I'm starting to think it's different for the Jedi, however. That there's this evil watching them, waiting for its chance. You have so much courage and strength in you, yet somehow I have no trouble imagining it differently, like the flip side of a coin. It's not just you, it's Bastila as well. She's so intense. And I don't pretend to know much about the Force, but I know evil. No, of course not. All I'm saying is that when you have so much power, the stakes are higher. I can only imagine the kind of conflict that goes on inside you. Well, neither you nor Bastila are fully trained on how to handle your power. I'm just concerned at what might come. Oh, and that's not what I mean, I wouldn't want to see you hurt, either of you. I suppose finding the star maps is more important than your training and your safety. I just hope there isn't a price for you to pay.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. We have more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her. Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. I don't know. Part of me would keep it just so she didn't get it. I don't like that part of me. I would have thought my Jedi training would have put me past this kind of pettiness. I really don't want to think about this. Please, let's just keep going.
Statement. Statement. Certainly, Master. Allow me to input the proper sequences into the ship's computer. I caution you that this simulation will appear quite real. Are you ready to begin the training sequence, Master? Statement. Simulation initiating.
Tuchua penki kakincha. Smilia.
Vakuilta. Puhdasta sieltä. Puhta. Roja. En kiipeän koulu. Vakuilta. Vakuilta. Kolossus Tifanne Mutti. Puhdasta sieltä. Puhta kieltä. Roja. Roja. En kiipeän.
Just...
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you can help me with this anyway. It's, more of a job for your friend here. As you may know, tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Tarisian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taris is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Tarisian ale has become somewhat scarce and, very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe. I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Tarisian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch, and now that Taris is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the exchange a sample of Teresian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse. Come on, Mission. I'm your brother. I'm family. You can't turn your back on me.
Forget it, Griff. I'm not falling for that line again. You'll have to find your own way out of this mess.
You bring me a single tack land, and you not only save my life, but you get a piece of this great business opportunity. I mean, you can't pass this up. Think about it, and you'll see I'm right. You're back! Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Teresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Teresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to you, Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Teresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, oh, at least 20 times your investment. Hey, don't worry. You'll get your credits as soon as we start mass-producing that Teresian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff. You don't know much about business, do you? When an opportunity like this comes along, you have to jump at it. Come on, what do you say? It's your loss. I better get started brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll give you a down payment on what I owe you.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerka Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else? I see that, but do you have the all-important chieftains, Gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us. Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still sand people out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerka Corporation thanks you. It would be valuable to have someone on call if the Sand People made another incursion. I think you're right. Yes, here's an additional reward. Once again, Zerka Corporation thanks you. Greetings again from the... Of course, you've done a good... You have fulfilled your end of the bargain, and Zerka... I will, of course, continue to give you Very well, though I do... Farewell.
The Zerka Corporation will unload this outpost on someone. Maybe not for a few years, but...
Rio, Wakakanati, Igratu Haku Jitia. Kukba, Huna Rio, Wakatimano Kortuna Nokumulira, Okumigi, Chonakin Jimma, Balala Mucha. Igratu Haku Jitia, Mambebo Pamuko Varuba, Kukba, Huna Rio, Wakakanati, Igratu Haku Jitia. Kukba, Huna Rio, Wakatimano Kortuna Nokumulira, Okumigi, Chonakin Jimma, Balala Mucha. Rio, Wakatimano Kortuna Nokumulira, Okumigi, Chonakin Jimma, Balala Mucha.
Oh, it's you again. Good hunting out there.
What? I'm here.
Huh?
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe.
Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Dong patukashmak talea.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek.
Muchashak pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun.
Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamu. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ka chikun ida hodonga. Yiking kuno ba.
Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya.
Runda di hodonga kun.
Muchashak pakat.
Ka chikun ida hodonga.
Muchashak pakat. Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya.
Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun.
Never get
Achuta, Wonga kun bistol. Achuta, Wonga kun bistol. Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong padukas magtalea. Tune podo. Rananu prata dongol. Nandayata. Wata yuma wama hoho nandetek. Shatung jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunotek. Mucho shak pakat. Kiye no nama paole rachikun.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. Do you think I should? That would just lead to another argument. How I always despised talking to her. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I should be able to let go of this, but I can't. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Finding it in the back of a crate dragon's lair, don't you think?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The crate dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it.
Say, now that we've got the star map, do you think we can leave this planet soon? We've got sand everywhere.
How can I help? About my mother. I have my doubts as to whether she's actually sick. Mother used to lie about many things to get her way. She's a selfish woman who pushed my father into doing what she wished. Yes, I thought I'd let go of that anger. All my training and it comes back so quickly. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going. Yes? I'm here.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit. You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother. You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous. I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before
I know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Well, now, you said you had important business, and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me? You make her let you. She's too much like her father in that respect.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits. It's all I have. Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again, when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother. How can I help? Yes, that brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn. How can I help? I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us. Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising. No, I'm not. Why must you make this so difficult for me? Can't you just accept a simple compliment? I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really. Yes, well, there's no need for you to agree so wholeheartedly. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. But maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I just thought I should tell you. Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better, but enough soul-searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please. Of course. I always have time for... All right, then.
Uchua Penkakinja. Smilia!
Welcome back. As you wish.
How can I help? Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it. In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so little training, for me it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion? And that's enough for you. If only it were as easy for me. If only the right path was always clear. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side. I suppose I do. Part of me thinks that it would be worth anything to vanquish evil, even if it meant giving in to my base emotions. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them? These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
Yes, what's on your mind? Oh, it's nothing, sorry. I told you my wife died 4 years ago. I've just been trying to remember what she looked like. It shouldn't be so difficult. I can remember things about her, things she did, the way she smiled, what her hair smelled like. Our last fight, just not her face. I try and hold it in my head, but it's gone. I know, is that strange? Maybe I shouldn't be talking to you about this. But I should be able to remember her face. It's frustrating. I feel like I'm losing her. It must look really strange for me to be obsessing like this still. You must think I'm incredibly stupid. Well, I suppose you're probably right, but I have to do it anyway. The only thing that's kept me going since she died has been the need to find Saul and kill him. It's better to think about that than anything else. If I can do that, then maybe I can let her go. Let it all go. If we encounter Saul, if we ever have the chance, promise me that I'll be the one to kill him. I have to settle this. I need to. Thank you. I guess there's really nothing else to say.
Hey there. I appreciate everything you've done for Griff. You know that, right? I just hope things work out for him this time around. I guess we'll find out when he meets up with us at the Zerka Corp shop. If he's got those credits he promised you, then maybe there's hope for him yet.
Karth! Karth Onesi, is that you?
Jordo?
It is you, isn't it? I knew it when I laid eyes on you. You old space dog. How have you been? I thought for sure you'd be fighting on some ship out there.
I was. I crashed.
That's pretty rich. I can't imagine what it would take to keep you on the ground. Must have something to do with your pretty friend here, hey? How do you do, miss? Sure am. We joined the militia together back on Telos. That was a lot of years ago, of course.
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw you was on, well, Telos, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame about home. Telos still hasn't recovered. The family and I moved on, and I'm working for Zerka now. I didn't see you after... what I mean is, my condolences on your wife. I heard what happened. At least your boy made it through all right.
My boy? You mean Dustle?
Yes, of course. I saw him at my last stop on Korriban, though he didn't recognize me. You didn't know he was there?
No. Jordo, Dustle's been missing since the attack on Telos. Are you absolutely certain it was him?
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustle anywhere. Positive. He's joined the Sith, Karth.
What do you mean he's joined the Sith?
There's an academy for the Sith on Korriban. He's a student there. I saw him suited up in their outfit and everything. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't. Well, thanks for telling me, Jordo.
Sure, no problem. Good to see you again, Karth. Hope everything works out with Dustle.
Dustle is alive. We have to go to the Korriban Academy and find him. Thank you. I just have to see him. I have to know what happened to him. All this time I thought he was... I mean, he must be a man by now.
Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ag iinkot.
I don't like the sound of this.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inkot tune chuna mulira. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga. Tong hitwama ji human ak. Topa na ota vokasa. Pampa ki mulira kun kin. Chanwaba chinyo. Just cronky to patslimo. Chi ita kanki channa kilikon. Kinba mulira dwanaji. Just cronky to patslimo. Chi ita kanki channa kilikon. Kinba mulira dwanaji.
Damn it, Griff. Won't you ever learn? How can my own flesh and blood be so stupid?
Chiwa aita kanki chana chupornibo. Kun.
Hey there. I want to thank you for help. I know it might look like... I know people can change no matter how bad. My brother is what he is. I've made my peace with Griff and what he means to me. If he ever shows up again, I'll deal with him. But I'm... So, is there... Okay, have...
What do you need? Talk about what? The only thing I want to do right now is find Dustle. If he's alive, there's just nothing else I want to think about. I'll understand if we can't look for him right now, but if we could, it would be a huge load off my mind.
How can I help? Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here. Not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I am no master. You should have remained with the Council. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly. I don't know. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough. That's a kinder response than I deserve, and I can see there is wisdom in your words. Perhaps you can help me, and I will try to help you if I can. Hopefully this will all work out for the both of us, and for the sake of the mission.
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malak. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Karth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend. Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manan is covered by nothing but vast oceans. It is possible, The melting of polar caps or a cataclysmic earthquake could have buried the land beneath the waves eons ago. Records from that time are incomplete. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Karth. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Got something on your mind, dude? Manon's an unusual place. Not for its water, mind you. It's the Kolto, healing juice. Only place where it occurs in the galaxy. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going. No, I never did I? Of course you do. I know things, remember? You think you could make it around this part of the galaxy without me? But don't answer that. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on. You live in an overgrown stump with a tax beating down your door, and you tell me how happy you would be. I was pleased just to have visitors. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask? There. Now, was that so hard? An old man has to be allowed some petty eccentricities. Nice to see you agree for once. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued. Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you, but... I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick. Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi, and that can be all bad. Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day. Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!